Plastic surgery is common, and whether or not we think someone should get it, that is not up to us to decide. There are some celebrities who choose to alter their appearance, and sometimes they end up looking unrecognizable. We're talking about some of these celebrities today on Beyond the Screen. I'm your host for this one, Joss Bedard. Thanks for checking us out. Leave a like on this video because it really helps us out, and also subscribe to keep hanging out with us. In our number 10 spot is Heidi Montag. If you watched her drastic plastic surgery transformation on The Hills, then you will never forget seeing her big reveal for the first time. She got the title of the plastic surgery queen after doing the impossible and going through 10 surgeries in one day. A very dangerous decision, and one that she regrets. She has talked about it since and said that she was actually dead on the table at one point and did not know if she was going to make it out alive. The long list of surgeries include a brow lift, Botox in her face, a nose job, a chin reduction, fat injections in the cheeks, ears pinned back, nasolabial folds, lip, neck, waist, hip and thigh, liposuction, breast implants to a size F, a butt augmentation, and her back curved. At the time, she said she felt the pressures of Hollywood to look a certain way, but now she says that she would take it all back if she could, and even encourages other women to really think about it before considering plastic surgery. Next up at number 9 is Dolly Parton. The queen of country music has always been known for her look, including her plastic surgery. It is no secret, and she's never been shy talking about it. At 75 years old, she still looks youthful as ever, and that is because she is not afraid of a little plastic surgery. In 2019, she did an interview with CBS Sunday Morning and admitted that she knows she looks artificial and is okay with it. She said, "It is true that I look artificial, but I believe that I'm totally real. My look is really based on a country girl's idea of glam. I wasn't naturally pretty, so I make the most of anything I've got." She really is particular about her looks, revealing that she even sleeps with a full face of makeup on in case of emergency. But she's also the first person to poke fun at herself and her journey with plastic surgery. How could we ever forget the famous quote from 2011 when she said, "If something is bagging, sagging, or dragging, I'll tuck it, suck it, or pluck it." Moving on to number 8, we have Wayne Newton. He was once a fresh-faced kid from Norfolk who became a legendary Las Vegas entertainer and vocalist. But similar to a lot of other celebrities, it seems he felt the pressure to keep his good looks as he got older. In June of 2018, he made an appearance on The Bachelorette and shocked fans with a different face, everyone saying he looked like a wax replica of himself. According to a plastic surgeon expert, Dr. Brian Glatt, Wayne simply just took things too far. He said, "The look is very overdone and artificial. His cheeks are bursting at the seams from overfill of Botox injections." The internet also had a lot to say about it, mocking him all over Twitter for being the poster for overdoing plastic surgery. As we know, people can be very cruel online, and real life, but Wayne clearly felt he needed it and made the decision for himself. Cruising into number 7, we have Carrot Top. It's never been confirmed that he has had plastic surgery, but it has been up for debate ever since his face looked reinvented. In more recent years, it appears that the comedian has undergone multiple plastic surgery procedures, but he's always denied the claims. Professional plastic surgeons have come forward about the topic and speculated that it looks like he had cosmetic procedures done to give him his smooth face and an excessively arched brow. But regardless, the comedian says he wears makeup and that is why he looks different. However, just a few days ago, a fan spotted him on the streets and filmed him for a TikTok, and it immediately went viral. People started a TikTok trend where they react to the video of him, mocking how different he looks than when his career first started. His behavior in the video was also very strange, so that had other people speculating that he was on something, if you know what I mean. Sniping our number 6 spot, we have Donatella Versace. The designer is another celebrity to not openly admit or discuss her plastic surgery, so it too has been a big debate for a while now. Although just by looking at then and now pictures, it's almost impossible to think that her face changed that drastically naturally. While she admits that she doesn't look like this genetically, she says her transformation happened due to her beauty regimen. During an interview, she said, "I'm not like this genetically. I use tons of cream and take care of my hair and skin." One thing she did admit to was Botox, revealing that she had it done in the past, only on her face, but said that it is no longer part of her beauty routine, which most people do not believe. She has looked this way for a long time now though, so you really only know how drastic her change is when you see older pictures of her. Halfway through our list, number 5, we have Katie Price. After being given the title of a glamour icon in the 90s, she struggled with wanting to hold on to her youthful looks that she became known for. She's always been beautiful, but she's also been open about the fact that she felt the pressure to look a certain way in the spotlight. She admits to going under the knife dozens of times to alter her overall appearance. She spent so much money on the procedures that in 2019 she was declared bankrupt. Her family has also been very public about her transformation, claiming that she was addicted to plastic surgery and wanted her to seek help for it. It has been a very long journey for her, an expensive and painful one, but in recent times she is trying to settle down with it. She has given herself time to heal from all the surgeries, and she also cut her hair into a short bob to try and have a more natural look. Coming in hot at number 4 is Janice Dickinson. She has been described as the world's first supermodel and had a wildly successful modeling career in the 1970s and 1980s to back that statement up. She later served as a judge on 4 seasons of America's Next Top Model and started her own modeling agency in 2005. So modeling has been a huge part of her life, and it might be why she turned to plastic surgery to keep up with her own appearance, even though she has always been stunning. But unlike some of the other celebrities on our list who chose to not talk about it, she has always been very open about her plastic surgery. She actually loves talking about the extensive work that she has gotten over the years. During an interview, she actually admitted and said, "I live for plastic surgery." She has had Botox, a facelift, different cosmetic procedures, a tummy tuck, and fillers. In our third spot is Jessica Alves, formerly known as Rodrigo Alves, or the Human Ken doll. Jessica skyrocketed into the spotlight when she was Rodrigo because he had transformed his entire body into looking like a human doll. But in recent times, he transformed into Jessica, and now she looks like a human Barbie doll. So from this point forward, I will be using her new pronouns, she and her. Jessica has spent over £650,000 on more than 60 operations to transform herself into Ken, and then over £100,000 to transform into her current female body. The transformation from Rodrigo to Ken was drastic. You would never recognize that it was the same person, which is why she got so famous in the first place. But even the transformation from Ken to Barbie is big, and now Rodrigo is completely out of the appearance, which is what she ultimately wanted. She has opened up about how happy she is now, saying that she just reached a point where she could not live as a man anymore, even if it was a Ken doll. Making her way into number 2 is Meg Ryan. Over the last few years, articles have posted headlines claiming that plastic surgery ruined her career, but she has never confirmed getting the work done. In 2015, she denied having plastic surgery, but the rumors have never stopped because she looks so different. People have accused her of feeling the pressure of Hollywood, which is why she took a break and disappeared from the spotlight for a while. She has talked about her break and said that she left because she was burned out and felt isolated at the time. But when she came back around, she looked a lot different, and people have criticized her appearance ever since they saw just how different she looks compared to the beginning of her career. But Meg says that she blames ageism on her career as an actor not progressing. She said Hollywood and audiences were just too limited because people would not see her as anything other than a young blonde love interest. We have made it to number 1, and we have Mickey Rourke. People got used to his looks after being in the Hollywood spotlight for decades now. He was often praised for his looks. He was a hunk, to say the least. Which is why people were left in shock after paparazzi photos surfaced and showed him looking like a different person. There was a reason for his journey with plastic surgery though, and it all started when his acting career seemed to hit a dead end. At that point, he decided he would go back to his first passion, which was boxing. Throughout his time fighting, he suffered from injuries like a split tongue, a compressed cheekbone, and broken ribs. It was then when he decided to have reconstructive surgery on his face. So it wasn't all for cosmetic reasons, he actually did a lot of damage to the structure of his face. But he has openly talked about it and admitted that he went to the wrong plastic surgeon the first time and was left with botched results. He had to undergo more surgeries to correct the previous ones, which ultimately changed his whole appearance. As of 2017, it was recorded that he had 5 nose jobs total. Starting us off at number 10 is Farrah Abraham. She broke out into the spotlight on the MTV reality show 16 and Pregnant, and then became an OG mom on the show Teen Mom. She started out by sharing her inspiring story as a young single mother after losing her boyfriend and father to her daughter in a tragic car accident. But throughout the years in the public eye, we've seen her make very drastic changes to her appearance and a drastic change in her career path when she started working in the adult entertainment industry. She's been very open and honest about her surgery transformation as well as her new career path, and has no problem flaunting her new body. Just like that. You would never recognize her from the girl on Teen Mom, as she looks like a completely different person. She is so open about her changes that she will often live stream her Botox and filler procedures, and not just the ones on her face, if you know what I'm saying. And despite getting criticized online for all her surgery, she loves the changes she has made, and she said she's very happy. Moving on to number 9, we have Courteney Cox. While Friends fans will always be able to point her out in a crowd, people were surprised to see just how different she looks now compared to her time on the show. Of course, it has been over a decade since she was on the TV show, but she's also had some work done that did completely alter her look. She's been very open about the different cosmetic procedures she has had done, admitting that she regrets some of them. She admits to taking things too far and going overboard with fillers in her face. She hated how she looked so much that she actually went and had the fillers removed. The actress talked about it in 2017 and said, "I've had to learn to embrace movement and realize that fillers are not my friend. I've had all my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as I can be. I think that I now look more like the person I was." But even though she has removed them, her face still looks a lot different, but beautiful nonetheless. Coming into our number 8 spot is Tara Reid. She is another actress who regrets her plastic surgery after losing work over her drastic appearance change. We'd be lying if we said her looks didn't play a big part in her career. She skyrocketed into fame after playing the hot blonde in the American Pie movie series. And even though we would tell her she was always gorgeous, she decided to get some work done in 2006. At the time, she got a procedure called liposculpting, which ended up going horribly wrong. She talked about it and said the surgery completely botched her stomach, and she could no longer book roles that had her in bikinis or with her stomach showing, which was normally required in the roles that she did book. She also said her breast implants were botched by the same doctor, so she didn't have a very pleasant experience. Fans are still surprised to see just how different she looks now compared to when we were first introduced to her. In spot number 7, we have Axl Rose. The legendary Guns N' Roses singer disappeared in the mid-90s when the band started to fall out, but when he returned down the road, he had a completely new look, and that is when the rumor mill started claiming that he had a facelift that totally changed his face. Articles began saying that he had Botox injections, face fillers, a facelift, but he did not speak out about the claims at that time. It wasn't until an interview in 2015 when he finally commented on it, saying that he has never had plastic surgery. Despite his denial, people did not believe him, and articles still read that he has had work done including hair transplants. Even doctors have come forward about the topic, suggesting the specific things he has had done to keep his face and skin looking so youthful throughout these years. There's just no way your face will change unless you have stuff done to it. I don't get it. Making her way into number 6, we have Janet Jackson. Her ageless beauty has been a topic of conversation for years now, and rumors sparked that she may have had a helping hand from a plastic surgeon. But despite the thousands of claims, she has only ever admitted to having a nose job done and insists that she's never gone under the knife otherwise. Experts have come forward saying they believe she has had work done though. A surgeon from the MYA Cosmetic Surgery said, "I believe Janet has had an upper/lower face and neck lift. Facelift scars are normally hidden in the hairline and around the back of the ear to keep scarring discreet." She also suggested that she has had Botox done on her forehead and around her eyes. But even with an expert's opinion and the world claiming that she has had plastic surgery, she still always denied it. Regardless, she still looks a lot different than she did before, and that's as much as we know about it. Halfway through at number 5, we have Joan Van Ark. Articles have printed titles reading, "How Plastic Surgery Damaged Joan Van Ark's Career." So this situation would be hard to deny, like some of the other celebrities on our list. Janet Jackson, I'm looking at you. The actress was known for being a total stunner at the peak of her career, but her look has changed dramatically thanks to plastic surgery. In January 2020, one source who saw the actress told the Globe that it looked like her face was melting. Well-known plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Oon talked about her appearance and said, "I suspect she's had at least one facelift, if not two, causing her neckline and jawline to look tight. Her forehead is smooth and wrinkle-free, a possible consequence of a brow lift and Botox." She's never openly talked about her big transformation, but a source close to her said she's never liked the way she looked and once just had the money to burn on plastic surgery. I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. You get the money for it. It becomes more tempting, I'm sure, when you have the money to do it. Rolling into spot number 4 is JWoww, real name being Jenny Farley. You would know her as JWoww from the reality TV show Jersey Shore. She became a staple to the show, and one thing she was always known for was her huge breast implants. She flaunted them and loved the jokes and memes that came from it. But throughout the years, she decided to have other procedures done, and in 2009, she first debuted a new look. She claimed at the time that she'd never gone under the knife on her face and only had Botox done. But people were not buying it because the change just seemed too drastic. Even in more recent years, she looks different than she did in 2009. Fans got to actually see her undergo a facelift procedure on the reboot Jersey Shore Family Vacation. She wasn't able to travel on the show with the rest of the cast for a period of time because she was recovering, and her face was severely swollen because she got a blood clot. She eventually healed though and looks beautiful nonetheless. She just looks different. I actually watched that episode when her face got the blood clot and she was like, ugh, and holy moly, it looked painful. Taking over our third spot is Jennifer Grey. This is another time when a celebrity deeply regretted their plastic surgery because of the damage it did to their career. Her look changed so much throughout the years that she said it's what cost her her whole career. The Dirty Dancing star was known for her distinctive looks when she first broke out into the Hollywood limelight. But she made the decision to get rhinoplasty early on into her career, and it was the worst decision she's ever made. Her words, not mine. She spoke about it during an interview and said, "I went into the operating room as a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was like being in a witness protection program or being invisible. I'll always be the once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." It's hard to say if she's had more work done since then, but fans are certain she has, as she looks different now than she did after the rhinoplasty. But fans do appreciate how open and honest she has been about her journey. Up next, number 2, we have Chloe Ferry. The Geordie Shore star has faced a ton of criticism online for the drastic change in her appearance, with fans saying she has gone overboard with the plastic surgery. You would hardly recognize the 25-year-old after she spent almost $100,000 on her surgeries in recent years. She admits to having 3 nose jobs, 2 breast augmentations, a butt lift, Botox, and fillers. The decision came unexpectedly when she made the decision to alter her natural beauty, but now she said she's finally done with it. She said it has been hard though to fight her addiction. She recently did an interview and said, "As soon as I started on the show in 2015, I was obsessed with surgery. When I met Charlotte and seen her lips, I was like, I need them. And now I've had the most work done out of all the cast." But she claims that she is finally done with it and says the lockdown actually helped her reflect and learn to love her looks for how she is now. Winning the number 1 place, whether he wants it or not, is Dane Cook. There haven't been many red carpet events in the past year because of this pandemic, but photos of Dane Cook on a previous red carpet went viral because of how different his face looked. The photos, which came from a red carpet event in 2019, actually went viral during the 2020 pandemic when people started sharing them online with the caption, "What the F happened to Dane Cook?" referring to his face and how different he looked. Fans started speculating that plastic surgery was the reason for his transformation. Dane has responded to these types of rumors in the past, saying that he has had work done, and says that he has not, and that it is all about a healthy lifestyle. In 2018, he did an interview and said, "So many weirdos DMing me asking why I wax my eyebrows or use Botox. It's called healthy living, my friends. Never drank or did drugs. I've had a dermatologist for years to help me keep my skin nice with constant travel, drink mostly water." But after seeing the 2019 pictures, people do not believe him. Tell me what you think. Is it because he has a dermatologist? Or is it because he had work done? Come on. Beginning our countdown at number 10 is Pamela Anderson. The Baywatch icon started making headlines in 2018 after looking unrecognizable at the Cannes Film Festival. She will always be an icon, but people still hold onto her looks from Baywatch, so now that she looks different, people say she looks like a totally different person. At the festival, she ditched the heavy makeup and the hair extensions and showed off more of her natural beauty. But that just showed people how different her face looks now after having work done throughout the years. She's always been transparent about her cosmetic procedures and says that beauty does play play a part in her happiness. She said, "I know it sounds like a cliche, but happiness has a lot to do with beauty. Calm, peacefulness, and not constant stress are very, very important to feeling beautiful and confident." So even though she looks different than the girl in the red bathing suit running down the beach, she is still beautiful, and more importantly, she is happy. Up next, number 9, we have Gene Simmons. The 71-year-old rock star changed his face by going under the knife, but says he would not recommend anyone else to get plastic surgery despite the fact. He and his wife Shannon Tweed had his and her facelifts together back in 2007, and even though he doesn't regret it, he wouldn't suggest it. He talked about his cosmetic procedures and said, "I don't recommend anything that I've done to anyone. Just because I order something off the menu doesn't mean you should." He actually went under the knife on his reality TV show Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, where he tried to prove that couples who get surgery together stay together. His wife spoke about her decision to get it done with him at the time and said, "I didn't want him to look younger than me." Good news is they are still together. So maybe couples who do get plastic surgery together really do stay together. I'm not doing it though. I'd rather be single. I'd rather be freaking single. Moving on to number 8, we have Lil Kim. For years now, media outlets have written countless articles about how plastic surgery damaged her career. She was once causing waves in the male-dominated field of rap music back in the late 90s and early 2000s. But over the years, her career seemed to fade out. She received heavy criticism for the drastic change in her look, but then she opened up about why she changed her face so much. She has opened up about it and said she always felt like she wasn't pretty, and she first got plastic surgery after getting facial injuries caused by an ex-boyfriend. During a physical altercation, she was left with a broken nose, black eyes, and then she went under the knife to fix her nose. But then the injuries just continued after that as she stayed in the relationship, and she kept undergoing different procedures, which she covered up by saying she was having an allergic reaction, and that's why her face was swollen. In recent years, she said that she cheated by using plastic surgery, saying that she didn't think she was good enough and thought that plastic surgery would make her feel better about herself. This makes me so sad because I've written other lists about her in the past about plastic surgery and stuff, and I just thought she got it. I had no idea the backstory, anything like that. And it's like, man, the poor thing. In spot number 7, we have Renee Zellweger. Throughout the decades of her career, we have seen the actress transform her body and looks into the roles that she's playing, but off screen, her look changed too. Some people say her journey with plastic surgery actually cost her her career at one point in time. She took a 6-year hiatus, and plastic surgery and the pressure she was feeling might have something to do with it. But she is happy that people talk about how different she looks now. During a more recent interview, she said, "I'm glad folks think I look different. I am living a different, happy, more fulfilling life, and I am thrilled that perhaps it shows." For a while, she dodged questions about getting work done on her face, but then later admitted to altering her face and having surgery on her eyes. The reason for doing so? She told the press, "It is no secret a woman's worth has historically been measured by her appearance." I'm curious, do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's keep it calm, cool, collected in the comments below, but let's talk about it. I think she brings up a good point. Cruising into number 6, we have Barry Manilow. For years now, fans have wondered just how much plastic surgery he has gotten, but they never got a direct answer from him. According to several media outlets, he has undergone a facelift, eyelid surgery, cheek implants, a nose job, and got Botox injections. But in 2003, he made headlines for reportedly getting both an upper and lower facelift, which changed his appearance drastically. However, a month before that, he had confessed he broke his nose and would have to undergo surgery for it, and some people believe that that was just a story he told beforehand as a way to cover up the plastic surgery he was gonna get a month later. When he was being asked personally about his face and if he's had work done, he never really talks about it. He just simply says that he inherited his smooth skin from his father. So unless he talks about it openly, we may never know the exact truth. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Alexa Ray Joel. Billy Joel's daughter was making headlines after her changing look shocked everyone when she stepped out for her performance in New York City in 2018. It is always a big change seeing celebrity kids grow up because naturally they're going to look a lot different, but the 28-year-old's new face was turning heads and people were quick to speculate that she has undergone the knife. She denied claims that she had work done to her face besides the nose job, which she admitted to way back in 2010, but people weren't buying it. She posted a long caption on Instagram to comment on the rumors and said that her changing face was simply the magic of her makeup artist. She wrote, "I would just like to add that all of the continuously circulating rumors that I have had extensive face work and undergone breast augmentation are simply and entirely false." She reminded her fans she only had a nose job in 2010 and stood firm on the fact that she has had no other work done. Here now at number 4, we have Kylie Jenner. Now I know she will never be unrecognizable because she is Kylie Jenner and she has become known for her current look, but she has not always looked like this. Anyone who's become a fan of her in recent years would think that she's always looked this way, but have you ever looked at her before pictures next to her current ones? In recent years, people have criticized her changing look and rumors started claiming that she had gone under the knife, but she has never admitted to that. In 2015, she told Cosmopolitan, "You guys have watched me grow up since I was 9. My face is going to get different. Now I know how to do my own makeup, contour, and everything. I'm not against surgery. I would never say no, but I don't desire it right now." But since that was in 2015 and she said she's not against it, people think that in recent years she might have had some work done besides her breasts and butt, which we all know about, obviously. In our third spot is Lisa Rinna. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills standout told Daily Mail that getting lip injections at 24 paved the path for her beauty brand. She has made jokes during interviews saying that her lips have had a career of their own because they started making headlines since the moment that she got them done. The feedback wasn't very positive, but she said as the years went on, people were more accepting of them. From that, she created her own lip beauty brand and sold kits which had lip liner, lip gloss, lipstick. That way people could achieve the same look but without getting fillers. So was she before Kylie or what? Who did it first? It is not just her lips that have changed though. When seeing before pictures of her, you would think it is a totally different person. Media outlets often say she has gone overboard with her appearance after living her life as one of the Real Housewives, but she has always remained confident despite the rumors and criticism. Taking over spot number 2 is Melanie Griffith. It's really no surprise that her look has changed over the years since she's been in the spotlight for so long now. But she has always been open about her decisions to get plastic surgery despite facing a lot of criticism for it. When she first got the work done, she said she didn't realize just how drastic the changes were until people started pointing it out, asking her what happened to her face. She revealed that it got so bad to a point that she went to a different doctor and started dissolving some of the previous stuff that her other doctor had put in. But that was back in 2017. In 2020, more rumors sparked up again claiming that she had even more work done in recent months, altering her appearance even more. No confirmation has been given on the recent plastic surgery, but it is no secret that changes were made and she admitted to them in the past. Winning our number 1 place is Amanda Lepore. The trans singer and model gained fame for her changing appearance and was given the title of the most expensive body on earth. She is famously known for her numerous plastic surgeries and the fact that she is a totally new person now. She did a tell-all about her transition in her book called Doll Parts and explained that she started her transition at just 15 years old when she started taking hormones. So for her, she doesn't want to be recognized as who she was before all of the surgery. So what does the most expensive body on earth have done? She confessed to eye surgery to make her eyes bigger and more doll-like, a breast augmentation, a forehead lift, butt implants, lip injections, and having her bottom ribs broken so she could achieve a smaller waist. It has been reported that the total cost of all of her cosmetic surgeries is well over $1 million, but she does not know the exact amount. So technically she might not have the most expensive, but she still holds the title. All right, guys, well, that is our part 3 list. Before I get out of here, I'm going to do some comment shout outs. All right, guys, I'm actually gonna read the comments right from YouTube because it is not showing up on my teleprompter. So, Vision Spread Soper says, open relationships may help some couples, but only if they love each other. I actually do know some people who have successful open relationships. So let's do the next one. MLG Gamer says, question, would it be wrong for me to watch Snow White and the Huntsman because the director of it cheated? Would I be supporting cheating in that case? If so, absolutely not. Watch the movie. That is their mistake to live with. It doesn't mean that we cannot watch a good movie because there was a lot of other effort and people involved in the project, you know? We gotta support them. Last but not least, we have Your Tita Phoebe, and they said, Joss is the reason I'm subscribed. My heart. Thank you so much. I love that name, Your Tita Phoebe. I love that. Thank you for all the support. Make sure you guys leave a like on this video before heading out and also subscribe so don't miss our next one. I was your host, Joss Bedard. I will see you in another one. Bye.